I was supposed to be celebrating 10 years of love with the woman I married. Instead, I was driving alone to a concert we planned to attend together. Our 10th time seeing the band that brought us together. She was supposed to be by my side, but I had just read her text to another man, laughing about condoms, and just like that, a decade of memories collapsed in my chest like a dying song. I tried sharing this somewhere else, but the post got removed. I reread the rules here, and I genuinely don't think I'm breaking any. Mods, if I am, please just tell me why. I'm not here to cause issues. I'm here because I'm drowning, and I don't know who else to turn to except strangers on the internet. Anyway, here it is. I met her back in 2011. I was jigging at a school event, spinning old school 90s tracks, and when Third Eye Blind came on, she stopped in front of my booth and smiled, said she loved the song. That small moment turned into a conversation, which turned into something more. That night became the beginning of everything. By 2013, we were engaged, took a celebratory road trip, hours of driving, windows down, singing every Third Eye Blind song we knew. That trip became one of those memories we'd always reference. Remember when we got married? Later that year, that band became our thing, a thread that ran through our relationship. Over the course of our marriage, we went to 9 of their concerts, one for each year we were together. Last night was supposed to be the 10th. 10 years, 10 shows, a decade of us. I planned the whole thing in secret, hotel stay, a little getaway, a night built on nostalgia and intention. I wanted it to feel like we were starting fresh, like we still had that spark. I came home from work Friday evening and saw her getting ready. She looked stunning, like she used to when we were younger and reckless and in love. And then her phone lit up. I wasn't snooping. The notification just popped up. A message from some guy she met the night before while I was out of town. The words hit me like a gut punch. Something about needing to grab condoms. Her reply, lol. That tiny laugh wrecked me. That wasn't guilt. That wasn't hesitation. That was comfort. Familiarity. I grabbed my keys and left. 15 minutes later, she called. Where are you? On the way to the concert. What? Why are you going without me? You already know the answer. Think about it. I hung up. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't fall apart. Not yet. I just drove. Numb. Maybe because this wasn't the first time. Yeah, there were others. She's crossed that line before. Twice. And I forgave her. Told myself people make mistakes. That love was worth trying for. That maybe this time would be different. But this wasn't a mistake. This was deliberate. This was her making plans while I was setting up a night to honor our history. This was her choosing someone else on the eve of something that actually mattered to me. To us, it wasn't just betrayal. It was mockery. I didn't even realize I was feeling anything until I started typing all this. But now that it's out, it hurts. Worse than I thought it would. She called again, voice trembling, running through the usual excuses like she was reading off a tired script. It wasn't what it looked like. We're just friends. I was drunk. It didn't go all the way. Then came the pivot. Let's be mature about this. Let's talk. As if I was the unstable one for walking out after discovering her betrayal. She wanted to reframe the damage, gaslight me into thinking this was just a rough patch. But I knew exactly how that talk would go. She'd twist the truth, cry a little, maybe brush my arm like she used to, and suddenly it'd be about how much she missed me, not what she did to me. And for the first time in my life, the thought of touching her made me feel sick. I used to crave her closeness. Now I felt repulsed by it. I went to the concert anyway. It was supposed to be our night. At the gate, the usher looked down at the scanner and said, looks like you've got the tickets. I just stared at him. Yeah, I know, and walked in like a ghost. The show started, and something strange happened. I actually had fun. The music was loud enough to drown out my thoughts. I laughed with strangers in my row. I screamed the lyrics like I was exercising something. Then a line cut through me like a knife. I've never felt so alone, and I've never felt more alive. God, that hit. I was heartbroken, but I was present in a way I hadn't been in years. Pain has a funny way of waking you up. After the show, I thought about getting a drink, but I couldn't make small talk, couldn't pretend. So I went back to the hotel room, the one I'd booked for both of us, and I lay in that cold, half-empty bed. By morning, my phone had exploded. Dozens of emails, long, rambling monologues, guilt, rage, desperation, and then the wild part, she was furious at me for reading her messages. As if betrayal only counts if you get caught the right way. Then came the manipulation. She sent photos of old letters I'd written her birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. I used to pour my whole soul into those notes, handwritten proof that I loved her with everything I had. I guess she thought they'd tug at my heart, make me remember who we used to be, maybe even make me come crawling back. But they didn't break me, they opened my eyes. Because what hit me wasn't how much I loved her, it was how little love had come back in return. She hadn't written me a letter in years. No effort, no thought, just routine. She wanted to weaponize my memories to cover up her choices. And that's when the truth clicked. She's not sorry she hurt me. She's sorry she lost control of the narrative. I used to think love meant forgiveness, that being a good partner meant being patient. But I've learned something else. Loving someone doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. Forgiveness isn't weakness, but repeating the same cycle. And calling it loyalty is so no, I won't go back. Not because I don't love her, but because I finally love myself more. To anyone out there stuck in a cycle of betrayal, guilt trips, and false promises, listen to me. You are not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. You deserve love that shows up, that fights for you, that respects you. If you're listening to this and you know deep down something's broken, don't wait for another excuse. Don't wait for them to change. Start choosing you, because no one else will until you do. Stand up, walk away, reclaim your peace, and never, ever apologize for saving your own life.